We may be facing catastrophic failure here. You talk about the new paradigm for attacking poverty. We may have the most extraordinary opportunity since 1929 to do that. And I think we need to put together a strategic team that starts thinking about if this economy gets razed to the ground, and it is a possibility that that may happen. We don't know how many shoes are left to drop. But we need to be ready with more than a New Deal. We need to be ready with the 21st century blueprint that can transform from the ground up all of the set points of this system, because this current economic and political system is structured to ensure the perpetuation of poverty. And we do not study it, we do not x-ray it, we do not know how to fight it because we don't understand. We keep treating the symptoms. We keep doing what we know how to do, be a case or a program. We need a paradigm change. And it may be that with this catastrophic, off-the-cliff emergency that we are facing right now, and as Antonia said, when rich white men are looking scared, rich white billionaires are looking scared, we need to understand there's something, we're about to fall off the cliff here. Instead of looking at that as, oh my God, our portfolios are gone, that's the time to get really creative. That's the time to get Harriet Tubman creative. That's when you need to really think transformative, because can you think of a better political moment to turn this system upside down? Because Martin Luther King said, what this country does not understand is that desegregating is easy. Integrating will probably not come in the next 150 years, because we are not integrated. We have desegregated. We accomplished some amazing things in the 20th century, to the point where our opponents actually have to call anti-civil rights bills civil rights bills. We did some amazing things, or at least our parents did, in ending apartheid. But we have not transformed the political perspective on poverty. And we do not have that blueprint. And as much as we move toward transformative, I actually thought I was going to just give you the talk about how to move from transactional to transformative, and you fund groups that do that, a few do. But we actually have to go beyond transformative because we're facing cataclysmic failure, the possibility of cataclysmic failure. And that's when the creativity needs to happen. So the budget alignment, the budget machinery, how we allocate resources. In a city where we've got a gang homicide epidemic, we don't fund the strategy for that. But a Metrolink crash, and all of a sudden there's $1 billion for equipment. But we've had 100,000 children die. But because they're poor children, there's no $1 billion. That's the kind of thinking. How do we engineer the economic and political systems? Because Martin Luther King said it, and I'm going to end here. He said, I fear that we are integrating into a burning house. That's what he told Harry Belafonte right before he died. And right before he died, he gave his most radical speech when he said, this country does not understand the nature of the problem that I'm saying. Our poverty is so deeply entrenched. It's embedded in the Constitution because it was based on slavery. It has not changed for poor whites. It has not changed for poor immigrants. It has not changed for poor African Americans, anybody poor. And that infrastructure, it's in the drywall, it's in the wiring, and we're just polishing the floors. Ladies and gentlemen, we need a strategic plan that tears down the wall, rewires this whole house, because I think the opportunity is coming. And what the foundations need to do is put together a think tank, a strategic think tank, because hopefully the election will go the right way, but it won't even be enough with our thinking right now. We are going to have to push way beyond any boxes we've even stepped out of. Bottom line, this is an extraordinary moment. There's extraordinary peril, but there's extraordinary opportunity. I'm not going to even talk about all the transformative things that we have done with our partners in Los Angeles. We know how to get out of transactional, go beyond direct services, advocacy that has impact to scale, to transformative strategies that change entire ecosystems for people living in poverty. But now it's a question of a political will strategy that can accept a radical reforming of what our political structures and our economic structures. And Martin Luther King said, what I am talking about requires radical restructuring. Those are his words, not mine. We have an extraordinary opportunity. You have done more thinking about those kinds of strategies than anybody else. And I will leave you with this now because I see our great mayor is here. If we fail, in some ways we have dropped the baton for the last 35 years. We should not be in this position. We have dropped the baton. It's time for us to pick it up and run like the wind because we have international strategies. We have an entirely new global framework here. It's time to start thinking about it strategically. I will help you head that up. And in the meantime, I'm going to get some more Revlon 9R. Thank you.